Avoid an agitated crane, and we are jumping into the ringing deeps, where I believe we are supposed to be helping Speaker Brint fix some issues that are currently happening in the main town, which I remember the main town having a very cool name. It's something like Gundargaz, something like very dwarvish. But I don't remember exactly because it's been almost a week since I played. Gundargaz, okay. Okay, and we are supposed to be speaking with everyone, I think. Everyone. Okay.
You need a hammer? Or an open
The
hand?
Earthen in the Ringing Deeps remind me of my people. Yes, we read this.
May your hammer strike true.
Speaking to the speakers, I have heard about a problem nearby, and I think I know what's wrong. We used to have a mining operation northeast of Gundargaz. When we moved out, kobolds moved in. We haven't heard from those kobolds in a long time, but it sounds like they're raiding us now, and the High Speaker is doing nothing about it. Someone has to do something. If we can solve this, more machine speakers will listen to us. If the High Speaker doesn't get results, we will. And just so, I think this is Lightforged Drena. She's a Dead Knight. Okay. I was curious about her eye
Moira,
color.
please continue speaking to the citizens here. Outlander, I'd like your help with this kobold problem.
Okay.
The
And
mountain lends us its strength.
so we got a bunch of quests. One comment about kobolds, I guess. Kobolds, I know kobolds from Dungeons and Dragons, and to be honest, like my very first experience with kobolds, that is a frog. Look at this toad. Look at this toad. It's pretty. Man, look at this toad. Yeah, as you can tell, I like to play hunters because they get cool pets. Anyway, kobolds. Does he have a broom? You're a wizard, Bosch. Anyway, kobolds. Yes. So my very first kobold encounter is with Warcraft 3 probably. I believe there were some kobolds back there. I'm pretty sure. And at the very first, I didn't realize that they are like rat people. But whatever. And once I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, I suddenly learned that kobolds are those like small dragon people, and that was very surprising to me. It's I mean, there are more changes like this that Blizzard has done to some of the classical fantasy creatures. Well, classical. I'm not sure if kobolds are kobolds even considered classical, or are they D&D specific? Hey, Speaker Jurlax.
All have our tasks.
In better days, the awakening machine bestowed us with the life force to work for thousands of years. We reaffirmed our loyalty each time we returned to it. Now we have been slipping into stasis one by one, and discontent is growing. For every plague on this planet, another Earthen has shut down. I believe I read this already, but it's a refresher for me as well. Until the machine is restored, our Earthen in stasis cannot awaken. I see Earthen working hard. I also see you walking around. I hope your time here is productive. Why are you guys here? And that's the directive. Okay.
I'm still working. Are you leaving?
Divine presence acknowledged. Every day for as long as my memory serves me, I have walked the routes and lit the incense around our homes. It has ground my joints to dust, but is it an but it is an important task. Little error here. A sacred task. Those are dark times we live in. Perhaps you could add your own beatitudes to our little rituals.
Watch your step.
Sure, why not? What else? Do we have more quests here? Probably. We will see as we walk around. Here, have some incense. Some holy incense. Now that laborer is just pretending to work. What is going on with that plank? Is she planking? Is that what the kids do? It's what kids used to do when I was younger. I don't know if they still do that. I don't know. More incense. Machinist Kitrin.
Begin speaking.
Oh, this is gonna help us. This is probably Broken Tools questline. Nice, you there. You are here to help, aren't you? The humming melody of the machines is changing, and I admit I'm not ready. For so many years I served faithfully, and then, well, the important thing is that I'm ready to get to work again. But you see, my tools have all been broken and scattered about. If you could keep an eye out for them and bring them back to me, I would be in your debt. Okay.
Stay productive.
You can find the tools in the areas just outside of Gundargaz. They might be buried. Bring them back to me and I will get them in use again. Oh my god, this sounds like a crazy grind fest. It probably is. I'm upset actually. It doesn't sound like a story quest, it sounds like you will randomly loot some shit. Maybe they are just like well hidden, so it's not okay. Watcher Toki. Toki
Make
Toki.
it quick. We're
You
busy.
came down the corway, right? From up top? Taki chuckles. They have it easy, those city Earthen. Down here, death comes for you from all around, from below, from above. You look like you've killed a fair few beasts in your time. Care to add another one to the list? Okay. It stalks the dark places around Gundargaz in cold dark wings. Ooh.
Back to work.
Now I'm considering to making like an undead hunter. And give him like the dark beasties. The blood beasts, the bats, dark hounds. Or maybe I should just give it to my orc. Not blood beasts. I don't know who I should give blood beasts to. But bats. Bats could work, I think. So my orc, if you did not watch thousands of my videos, my orc hunter is supposed to have like furry pets. So your cats, dogs, bears, stuff like that.
Have you met your quota?
We are all cogs in the machine. We turn and turn and turn. There is beauty there, a quietude.
If that is all.
Alright. Let us do what? Find Machinist Gouge. Ooh, a book. A Machinist Manual 1. You have been made to work. Oh my god. Okay. Deep breath. Machine speaker. You have been made to work. The burden is yours. You have been trained in our awakening machine, reaffirmed with the knowledge and loyalty you need to do your job right. You have also been taught to respect rank. While the Titans have inscribed this vital knowledge in your memory, we are aware that memories may decay over time. I think I read this. I'm thinking maybe I did not read the Machinist Manual one, but someone else's Manual one, because this sounds like introduction, and it seems like the same. This manual is intended to reinforce your existing training and exists for the contingency of your memory decaying. Elaboration follows. Who was I reading this stuff for? Society has the structure of an enduring stone pyramid. At the apex, the High Speaker oversees all. At the base, our strongest and most resolute workers support everything we do. Workers are known by many designations: hammerheads, cogsmiths, gear grinders. No matter what their designation, their dedication is paramount. Every day, they get their hands dirty, stain themselves with oil, and wade into the hardest jobs we have. Our strength lies in our workers. Visualize ascending the metaphorical pyramid. We continue our instruction. At the next tier of society's pyramid, foremen oversee our bands of workers. The term, of course, is not limited to one presentation of gender. Of course, sure. Whatever. Any worksite, build site, mine, forge, or other location where our workers gather, foremen have the authority to oversee, monitor, and manage their activities. Actually, wait, no, you know what? No. The Earthen are designed to be like workforce. They follow the directives, they don't have any personality, they don't have any gender identity. Fuck off with this presentation of gender. What the fuck? Even if you stretch it, actually, that's a good question. Why did the what do you call them? Why did the Titans even make Earthen and Keepers and Watchers look like different genders? They should be androgynous, no? Or like just one gender. As far as I know, they don't even fuck. They reproduce by slotting stuff into the machines. Or do they? I don't know. We haven't seen Earthen babies, and I believe they only were talking about the machine stuff. Whether on the job or off, workers and foremen abide by the edicts and directives instituted by the Titans. Both are answerable to directives issued from higher up our metaphorical pyramid. We now ascend to the next tier. Actually, this seems like a huge plot hole. Why did the Titans design them to have presentation of gender if that's like completely irrelevant for them? Machinists are a rarefied, specialized caste of our society, for they are specialists in advanced technology. Their realm includes the programming and direction of golems, as well as the maintenance and resurrection of ancient precious Titan technology. Respect their rank, address them efficiently, and more importantly, respect their time and focus. Their tasks may seem arcane and complicated, so it is appropriate that they sometimes socially withdraw when engaged in all-consuming and contemplative tasks. Yes, respect their time, but don't forget to ask them what their pronouns are. Why? Okay. Ask yourself, is this interruption necessary? If you are blocked in your progress, consider petitioning a high-ranking manager or your regional speaker. Dare not impair a machinist's wanted efficiency. Let us ascend to the next tier of our medical ziggurat, machine speaker. Speakers do more than speak for the machines. As masterful managers, they speak for all machine speakers in their region. Oversight is part of their mandate. Swift resolution to personal disputes are essential. They carry authority over all Earthen assigned to their district, answering to the High Speaker himself. You will address a speaker on duty with the following respectful phrase. Speaker acknowledged. Progress post. A brief note regarding current events. Some machine speakers collapse when presented with overwhelming work. Perhaps their work crew is understaffed. Even while we all do our part, some dare to walk away from us all, seeking the surface world. More importantly, some are exiled for inefficiency or impairing productivity. Too long didn't read? Really? Some speakers no longer hold authority. When in doubt, verify the chain of command. Further elucidation is not required. Progress resumed. Follow, we seek the summit of our society. Praise the higher speaker. Do not question his directives. Do not display insubordination. Submit to his agenda, for it is paramount and imperative. Accept his words as truth. Though much of our early documentation has been lost to the malfunctioning archives, we know the High Speaker has literally been our highest living authority for as long as we can remember. No data exists to contradict this truth. Some of the wording here seems to be wrong. Like this literally. This does not seem like a relevant word for Earthen, and that too long didn't read shit. It's some of it is weird, and I think it just so I kind of know that Earthen are slowly starting to develop their own personality aside from their work, right? And I wonder if this is like indication of that, or if this is just poorly written from Blizzard. Serve him, obey him, praise the High Speaker. Loyal Machine Speaker. Each time you sink in the Awakening Machine, each time you benefit from its revivification, each time you refocus your loyalty through this process, the essential knowledge required for the diligent completion of your task is renewed and verified. Should you find your memory decaying, seek those manuals and proper instruction. Report for amendment and rededication. Others may stray from the straight and narrow path. Be vigilant for non-compliance. Do not tolerate divergence or deviance. Report non-conformity. You are wise to review those essentials. Furthermore, perusal of this manual confirms acceptance of its tenets. These do not tolerate divergence or deviance. Report non-conformity. I kinda know what they are trying to do with Titans now that Sargeras is defeated. They are trying to showcase order as bad, like the extreme order, right? But I don't know. So something does not fit right now for me. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Stay awake, stay productive, and as you have been taught, machine speakers respect rank. Instruction concluded. Praise the machine. Praise the high speaker. I guess maybe that I don't know how old this book is. Because, for example, here it talks about the awakening machine, which hasn't worked for a very long time. But when it was working, supposedly everything was fine. And so it's strange that even then they were already worried about divergence, defiance, non-conformity. Something is, yeah. I'm not sure what's wrong, but something does not fit. Oh, Machinist Plint. Machinist Gouge. No dirt mars the measurements, but it was split deliberately in the middle. I have no clue if that is intentional, if I'm being honest. Notes on the machine speakers. Oh! So there are actually like lore machines speakers. Notes. Okay, never mind. What is it called? Achievement, notable... Ah, okay, notable machines. Notable machines... Okay, no. Never mind, I did not read anything yet. Biblioarchivist. Anyway, let's try to get this done. Oh, I'm supposed to reassure defenders, and it's supposed to be like a mine quest. So let's not do that yet. Let's work on side quests first. Machinist calipers, carefully placed in the plinth as if for a funeral, in multiple pieces. Is this Earthen already? Oh wait, that's an NPC. As caretaker, it is my duty and my privilege to attend to my fellow Earthen who have entered into stasis. Ah, okay, so that's that's from the previous quest. I don't know why she showed up now, but whatever. Oh my god. And here is another one, and oh my god, you can't even get here without flying. No, yeah, I mean, okay, you can. If you are preferring the old movement, I guess you can walk up here and then jump here. Huh, interesting. Machinist wrench, balanced to perfection for a hand made of stone, placed intentionally in the plinth. Okay, that is done. What else do we have here? The ringing death. Okay, and it's supposedly somewhere up there, I guess. There it is. On this platform that reminds me of
It's too far away.
Darksiders boss fighting area. Okay. This guy did. What else? That's the main quest, that's the side quests. I guess let's go return those two little questies to their quest givers. Yeah. Fun times, fun times.
Outside
The
is
monstrous bat
detected.
wasn't quite so monstrous after all, eh? Welcome to Gundargaz.
If that is all,
And then we have another side quest here, which we completed, and this one is for unlocking Earthen, by the
Are
way.
acknowledged.
Machinist is nothing without the tools of office.
Remain vigilant.
My gouge, my calipers, my wrench. It feels good to have them in my hands again, though I have to admit I have not been entirely honest with you. Yes, for some reason they were hidden, so what? Why?
Returning to work.
I once heard the singing of the deep machines. One day I will hear them again. Why are those tools so important to you? My purpose was to serve and fix the great forge that sustains our sleeping brethren. My tools are part of whom I am and what I do. Then why did you throw them away? After so many centuries, so many eons, the forge simply ceased to function. I lost my faith. I admit it. I took my tools and ritually buried them. But now things are changing. I have felt the ground rumble beneath my feet. I have heard the machines stirring. Music I longed to hear since I first awoke now rings through those caverns. With my tools in my hands again, I have my purpose. And what's more, I can truly appreciate what I have. That's an interesting chapter. Let's talk about something else, about this
Raise
quest,
the
for example.
machine.
My tools didn't randomly end up where you found them, they were placed there by me. I had reached a point so low that I saw no alternative. The machines, the great work of my people, were never going to sink again, so why should I bother to keep them repaired? But now I see, and now I understand. The last tool I need, I dropped it into the water, and it was eaten by a giant creature. I think that one might need a bit more force to return it to me.
Stay productive.
It's true, I buried those tools myself at a moment of great crisis. I regret that decision. And now I am ready. I just need that last tool and then I can move forward again. Noise. So that's calibrated weight here. Okay. Let's go get it. In here.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Nice. Did I stand in some shit? Okay, whatever. Machinist calibrated weight, measured to a very precise weight, heavier than expected. By the way, so far I'm already on level 76 and it looks like they either fixed the balancing or the balancing wasn't as bad as people made it sound like it was. Because I'm not really having any issues with enemies.
Please proceed.
Once I have all my tools back, I know that things will be right again.
Returning to work.
Kitrin doesn't seem bothered at all by the intestinal goo that coats the calibrated weight. You found it. Now let me get this cleaned up and the rest of the tools repaired. Then I will be ready to serve once again.
Raise the machine.
Ooh. That's all of them. Now it's time to do my duty and recast those tools, reforge them and myself into what I was meant to be, a proud machinist of the ringing deeps. Okay.
Remain vigilant.
I'm ready to help you reforge the tools.
Stay productive.
Rock and flame, storm and sea. Oh my god. Stamp our purpose on our stone. Tools reforged and function shown. Once again, my purpose be. It's done. My tools and my purpose are back in my hands.
Another interruption.
I can't thank you enough for all of your help. I lost my faith, but now I have both my faith and my tools back. I'm forever grateful to you. And
Remain
that's
vigilant.
it. So this is very strange. Some of those quests needed for Earthen allied race are quite lengthy. Like for example, I would say the one with the dying dwarf, or the not the dying, but the one that is close to shutting down, right? That one was like a fairly lengthy quest, and I would say it was a strong quest. This one seems like a way smaller side quest, and it's less impactful, right? And then what was there? That's it. And then we have Merrick's and Steelwine. That seems like a huge intrigue quest, which is kind of like what I would expect for the lore of the Earthen. And then War Within campaign is just like insanely long and probably not finishable at this point. But yeah, so it's strange that these broken tools is even like part of the quest chain. That's hold on, that's an interesting tabard. What is this tabard? Wild Might. Huh. It's a pretty tabard. I want this kind of tabard. Anyway, Shimmer Mist Falls. Yes, perfect. That's the Earthen Blesser side quest. Yep. Altir over here. Batvara, Caretaker. Mossy Inert Earthen. So I'm guessing this is going to be similar quest to what she gave us before. It's now just going to be in a different location.
You are acknowledged.
You made it. Let us get to work.
Return
Sure.
to work.
My work as a caretaker brings me to some beautiful, if at times dangerous, places. I appreciate your assistance and company during this endeavor. A perfect
Stay
sponge.
productive.
Welcome, stalwart colleague, to Shimmer Mist Falls. It's always damp here, a thriving paradise for green, living things. Unfortunately, it is also perfect climate for moss to grow on my inert earthen charges. We'll need to gather a few supplies for removing the moss. First, we need a sponge to wash their surfaces. It needs to be soft enough to not damage them, but strong enough to hold up to an earthen's rough stone skin. The gaps from the lush rooms down below are perfect.
Remain vigilant.
Down among the creeping lush rooms grows an orange flower. When mixed with water, its blooms make a caustic solvent that is perfect for removing moss from earthen skin. I also left a bucket next to the earthen the last time I was here, which I used to make the solvent. Something seems to have made off with it. Could I delegate the task of gathering those to you? I will wait here. The moles from the terrace have given me enough excitement for one day. That is a beautiful truth.
Praise the machine.
I miss playing druids. I used to play druid on a private server in It was kind of like a classic ordeal, and yeah, had a lot of fun. I have a bunch of druids on this. I have a bunch of druid alts. Let's put it that way. But so far, like I'm having troubles with having like a main character, and it's not. It's kind of due to the fact that the game is not really friendly to alts. So, how should I explain it? So as I mentioned, I have like a alcoholism. So I created a bunch of characters, but I don't really play them because the game so far hasn't been friendly to alts. And I have mixed feelings about War Within, Warbands specifically. I'm
I
not
need to get
I'm not
closer.
entirely sure if they made it friendly to alts or if they're just claiming it to be. And the couple of improvements that they made, we are eating it up. I'm not sure. What I'm going to say is I don't feel like I have a main character in this game. The one I played the most is probably my hunter. And it's mostly because I didn't want to play druid again because it's kind of what I did previously. And I also didn't want to... I couldn't find a class that I enjoyed. I tried mage, he died too quickly. I tried priest, it felt boring. I tried death knight, it was also felt kind of boring. Warrior died quickly, rogue died quickly. Warlock, I mean, warlocks were fine on lower levels, but on higher levels they also die quickly. And it kind of, yeah, okay, maybe I'm not an incredible player. Maybe that is true. But I don't know, some classes are just very solo gameplay friendly. And some are not. And those that are not are majority of the game. And those that are druid. As you can see, he gets stuck. Paladin, and Paladin felt boring. Like everyone. Oh my god, I'm doing the same thing. Paladin. It's kind of like everyone plays Paladin, right? If you look at Warcraft players on YouTube or on Twitch or anywhere else, it's very often Paladins, because Paladins are very solo friendly and they are easy to play, right? So you can pay attention to the chat and mash some buttons and it's fine. Another solo friendly hybrid class is Shaman, but I don't know, I never got used to Shamans for some reason. I don't know why it is, but there you go. So I started playing Hunter, to be honest, randomly, completely randomly. I think I started playing during Warlords of Draenor, and I'm pretty sure I started with Druid. But then, oh my god, what are you? You are a Scooter with a hat. Look at it. Anyway, yeah, so I tried playing Druid and I played Druid through Warlords. But then for Legion I switched to Hunter. And I played Hunter through Legion, Battle for Azeroth, and that's actually it, because I did not play through Shadowlands or Dragon Isles. Shadowlands, I recently tried playing through it because the setting, I have mixed feelings about the setting of Shadowlands. On one hand, it's lore breaking to me personally, but on the other hand, if you ignore that it's called Shadowlands, the different settings there, like the what is it called? Shadowlands, the Revendred, Ardenweald, Bastion, Maldraxxus, all of it are like interesting zones. And then cosmology of Oribos and the Mo and Zeret Mortis, I find it interesting as well. But it's just the way they put it together and try to kind of interlock it with previous story. That's the issue. And even the fact that they put it into the Shadowlands, because Ardenweald for me is Emerald Dream. Revendred does not feel like Shadowlands either. Maldraxxus, if I'm being honest, is the only place that I could consider Shadowlandsy, and the Mo, I guess. And Bastion is strange, right? Because Warcraft, when it first started, it was, I would say, it was very traditional fantasy. So in Warcraft 3, for example, you have those resurrection animation. It actually uses an angel, right? And then I think for Reforged they switched it to Spirit Healer, maybe. But when Warcraft launched, they removed this angel aspect from the game somehow. I'm not sure why, but it was gone, and we had that Spirit Healer, which kinda looked like an angel, but it wasn't. Not really. And I think maybe it was because they wanted Diablo to focus on demon angel conflict, right? So they removed angels from Warcraft, and demons they kept, but it's Burning Legion. It's kind of different than Burning Hells in Diablo, so it kind of works, right? And then in Shadowlands they added those angelic creatures back, but it doesn't really fit with Shadowlands as I understand it. So for me, the correct Shadowlands would be Maldraxxus, the other side from Trolls, the Helliar realm. We saw like a part of that. What else? Like I don't remember, but there are other, like, oh right, the Drast. I don't remember what it's called. The Drast ending space. That's better than Ardenweald in my opinion. And I would maybe even keep a Bastion if you keep it like that they are the keepers of this Shadow Realm instead of Maldraxxus, who are like the military force. I don't know. They just fucked up a lot. Revendred should have been its own expansion, its own like gothic themed expansion. Ardenweald should have been part of Emerald Dream. The rest, I guess you could consider Shadowlandsy, but yeah. Why am I talking about it? Yes, I did not play through Shadowlands fully. I played through Introduction, and then I chose Revendred on my character, and I stopped playing because I realized that I should be recording everything again. It was basically at the time when I was considering not recording when I play. I was considering giving up on all of this stuff. Anyway, what is this? Deep Flare Brute Mother. Oh my god. Right, and then Dragon Isles, I played a little bit with my evoker, and I wouldn't say that I didn't play a lot. Let's put it that way. I played through a couple of zones, but that's it. So technically, I didn't really finish Dragonflight. So yeah, and now I'm trying to play Paladin. Hope that makes sense with all that Shadowlands insert.
Begin speaking.
Those Lushroom ski cups make the perfect sponges. This Lushroom cup is the perfect balance of squishy and absorbent, while also being sturdy enough to caress the rocky plains of moss-covered Earthen. Okay.
Remain vigilant.
Task complete. This one is perfect, and your performance is optimal, of course.
Stay productive.
The acidity from the plants is strong enough to remove the moss, but gentle enough not to harm the earthen. Plus, it has a pleasing smell to it, almost like sulfur. The flowers of this orange plant can be used to create a caustic solvent when mixed with water. And this bucket, a damp, sturdy bucket, coated with river sand.
Returning to work.
I can smell the sulfur from here. Thank you for gathering the bucket and blooms. Not everyone shares my taste, but I enjoy a bowl of lightly seared magma in an ingenious bowl, especially when the fumes are particularly sulfurous. What? You have never tried it? To each their own. Okay.
Praise
And
the
I'm gonna
machine.
pause here because I think I have to feed my cat, so I'm gonna pause the recording here. I hope you enjoyed my rambling about Shadowlands, as always, and subscribe to my OnlyFans. And I don't know what else. I don't know. Goodbye.